Hello, future engineers. This video that you're watching is the second one right here, making graphs with two vertical axes. So what we want to do is we want to have a graph that has our time on our horizontal axis and then have two vertical axes. The first one is anomaly and CO2. So if we look at our data, we are comparing our years from 1959 all the way up to 2020, and we are going to be comparing our CO2 and our anomaly. So we want to see, as CO2 rises, does anomaly rise as well? So it's actually pretty easy to insert this graph. What we're going to do is we're going to select the data that we want to. So I'll first select these first two rows, and then I'm going to hold down Control. Control will allow me to select the next column over here. So now I just have those three columns selected. I'm going to go over to Insert, and I'm going to choose Chart. Now, when it chooses this chart, it will start with a line chart. We can throw this into a combo chart. I think we're going to go with line chart. I think that's the best one that we have right now. Now, when we do this, we have just one scale, 500 all the way down to -1. But look at our data. Our data over here, our CO2 starts at 300 and our anomaly starts at -0.14. So very different scales. It's not a real good comparison. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our anomaly onto its own axis so it can have its own scale so that we can kind of zoom in on that data and see how it looks as it spans across these years. So I'm going to go over to Customize, and I'm going to choose my series. Now your series are those two data points, our CO2 and our anomaly. So I'm going to move my anomaly onto its own data point on the left axis. So I choose anomaly and then axis. Oh, I said left, I meant right. So there we go. Now we have our two separate data points and we can compare. CO2 is moving up over here, and then our anomaly is also moving up. Now, obviously we have two different scales, so we have to be aware of that when we're looking and reading at this data, because it may lead you to believe that they are increasing at the same amount, but we can see that while this is a little bit more up and down, it's increasing at a little bit more of a rapid rate and has a larger impact. So if we want to make some more edits to this chart, we can also go into its titles and axes. I think the title is totally good, but I want to center that. I can also go over to my horizontal, and I'm going to keep that year, so I'll go to my vertical, and this vertical one is is this left or right? This is left. So this is my CO2 in parts per million. And then I want to label my other one, so I'll go to my right vertical axis, and I am going to give this my anomaly. Now, this is just a reference to our average, so we are just going to keep that as our anomaly. You can say that is in like difference of temperature, because it's truly our difference of temperature from what is expected. So right there, that's our very first graph. So I'm going to actually take this and I am going to copy that graph, go to my assignment overview, and I am going to paste it right here. Should fit right inside. So there we go. I've got my first graph. You have another graph that you have to make that is in that same style. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope that helped, and I will talk to you later. Bye.